Psalm 46, verse 10. Psalm 46, 10. Reading in Jesus Christ's name.
Amen.
Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. Amen.
Amen.
Sit down. This was God speaking to David now. And now I want to provide some context for why God's spoken to him like this, and why he said this to David. Because David had a lot of problems. He had a lot of problems. There are a lot of worries about his life. Anywhere from financial to romantic to war-related, name it. He was a busy man and he had lots and lots of problems. From his eyes were everywhere. And his head was everywhere. His head was scattered. And his heart wasn't at peace. David didn't really have peace for most of his life. After entering Saul's palace, David wasn't at peace. He didn't have peace. He was taken in by the king, treated him as a father, then chased out by that same man. For many, many years to come, decades to come, he's running away, fleeing for his life. Then he comes back, becomes the king, and then he goes straight back to war. So he never really finds peace. David never really settles until he's old. And even when he's still reigning as king, he's still doing things that set him back. Problems with Bathsheba and Nathan set him back. He was never at peace in his heart. But in light of this, God had to remind David of who he was.
Amen.
That's why he gave him this specific message in words: be still and know that I am God.
Amen.
God is asking David to be still because David is not in one place in his mind. David is left, right, center, forwards, backwards, upwards, downwards. He's worrying about everything. He's looking at everything. His eyes are always wandering. God is saying to David, stay where you sit right there. Just be calm for a second. Just be calm. Be still. Stop wiggling everywhere. Be still. And then he says, be still. He says, and know that I am God. Amen. This is God trying to remind David that this life in this world isn't for him to dictate, and it isn't for him to control whether he likes what happens in it or not. God is reminding David that it's him who takes care of problems. Right? Because David is a man that's going to try to take care of everything himself. He's going to try to put his burdens on his shoulder and not look to the next man for the help. But God is reminding him that he has support. He says, be still and know that I am God. Know that I can carry your weights. Know that you don't need to control. Know that I am in control of everything in your life. Know that I am the captain of the ship. You're not the captain. You don't control where the boat's going. I do. It's me. And it's an invitation. God saying, be still is an invitation to be calm. Not just for David, but for us.
Amen.
It's an invitation to stop worrying about your problems, whatever they might be. Because stress will always be there regardless. It's just about how you approach it. If you worry about worrying, you're still worrying. You can't stress yourself too much. You can't enjoy life and stress yourself because there will always be problems, there will always be hardship. So God is inviting us today to be still, to be calm. In light of everything, be calm. And know that He's the one who provides, He's the one who takes care of things, He's the one who controls. He's the one who makes decisions. He doesn't want you to panic. He knows there's a lot going on. That's why He's telling you to be still, because He can see what you're going through. God can see it. And God can see the heart. God knows what's in your heart. God knows how you're suffering. God knows how you're panicking. God knows your circumstances. God knows it's difficult. And He wants you to know that when things are outside of your control, it doesn't mean it's the end of the world. You may be in a difficult circumstance, a difficult situation, but it's not the end of things. It's never the end. Always reach out for that support above. Before you look left, right, and center, look above.
Amen.
He's reminding you of who He is. He's everywhere, but sometimes you can't see Him. When there are problems in life, we don't always look to God first, because that's human nature. People look to God as the second, third, fourth, or fifth option, never the first. Neither did David. But this is something that we should be taking a page out of this book from, something we should be learning from. We need to be still and know that He is God. Amen. We need to be calm and know that things will be okay, even if they're out of